So, transport in Gdansk, Poland. This is what we found out. So Gdansk is a really simple and easy city to get around on. I mean, there are buses and trams literally going everywhere in the city. A simple ticket, regardless of the distance you're travelling on the bus or the tram, will cost you 320 Polish zloty. Or if you would like, you can buy a 24-hour ticket which is valid on all the bus and trams for 13 Polish zloty. Now for this 24-hour ticket, you do have to activate it within an hour of buying it, and by activate I mean you have to get on a bus or tram, stamp it on those orange machines, and then it will be valid from 24 hours after you first stamp it on. Now you can buy any of these tickets from either the red ticket machines, which are dotted throughout the city, or you can buy it from the bus driver themselves, but to buy it from the bus driver, you will need the exact change, otherwise they won't let you. Now, since there is not a red ticket machine for every single bus and tram stop, I will leave a website down below which shows you where they are and also where all the bus routes go and what times they come and everything else. The most used bus route is probably the number 210 bus, which runs between the airport and the central train station. And if you did want to see kind of what that route looks like, then go and check out our 24 hours in Gdansk video. I'll link that up above for you. In the summer months as well, you can also use the water trams, or basically boats, and these will be quite a bit more expensive, but it's kind of seen as a more authentic ride through the city. It will cost you anywhere from about 10 to 40 zloty depending on where you get picked up and where you're actually going. As for the city centre, not many, if any, buses run through them or trams, because sometimes not even cars are allowed in. So everything is within walking distance, just kind of go around wandering the small streets. You don't need a bus to get around there. Now, aside from the airport, we didn't really see many taxis kind of like driving around the city, but if you did want to use a taxi, then the website that we were recommended to use was 3taxi.pl. I mean, the taxi rates here in Gdansk, they were reasonable for a taxi, I guess, but still going from the airport to the central train station would have costed us around 60 zloty. And I mean, unless you're in a group of like 20, it's not really worth it. But then if you're in a group of 20, then you need like 3 taxis, and then it's I don't know, it's not worth it, just take the bus. Now, I mean, as for Uber, we don't use them and we haven't used anything similar to them, but I mean, if you have experience with them, especially in Gdansk, then go and let us and our audience know down in the comments below. Gdansk International Airport also has a train line connecting not only it to Gdansk Centre, but also to 2 other cities further north called Sopot and Gdynia. You can buy combined public transport tickets for these 3 cities, and I mean, there are a lot of options, so I'll leave a website down below so you can go and browse, since there are a lot. But I mean, just for the train line, then it will cost you 3 zloty 80 to get from the airport to the centre of Gdansk, and 6 zloty 50 to get from the airport to Sopot or Gdynia. However, something that you should know is that the 24-hour ticket that I mentioned earlier is not valid for this train line, because it's a train and not a tram, so they run on different systems. So you cannot catch the tram from the centre of Gdansk to the airport. You have to pay for another ticket, so just take the bus instead. The central train and bus stations in these 3 cities can take you pretty much anywhere in Poland and most of Europe as well. They're pretty well connected. I mean, the bus to Warsaw is only 19 zloty on polskibus.com, and the trains are about double the cost of a bus, but usually take about half the time, so it depends what you want. To reach some other countries and cities in Europe, you can catch a bus to Berlin or Prague or Vilnius for about 60 to 100 zloty, or you can take the ferry to Stockholm, Sweden, which will cost you about 270 zloty. And of course, finally, the airport itself can be used to get pretty much anywhere in Europe. I mean, we found return flights from London Stansted to Gdansk for £12 each return, but you know, that was on Ryanair, and if you want to hear more about that, then go and check out our Ryanair review that we did. So I mean, if you've ever been to Gdansk before, you're from there, or you have any more questions about what I've just mentioned, then shoot your questions down in the comments below and we'll answer them for you. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, subscribe to stay up to date, and give this video a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time.